Welcome me to Tales from the Dark Room, where every shadow hides a story, and every whisper might be calling your name. In the depths of the night, when the city's pulse slows to a murmur and the streets lie abandoned under a bruised sky, a smile can coil around your throat like a noose. That smile which never climbs to the eyes, frozen on the lips, a mask for something ancient and hungry. What if a routine late-night journey mutates into the last breath you ever draw, all because of a face you never wanted to meet? Listen closely. Reality and nightmare are about to bleed into one another, and one smile will brand itself onto your soul forever. Far beyond Kolkata's neon arteries, at a forgotten suburban platform where trains arrive like reluctant ghosts, Riya waited alone. October 2019. A raw, bone-biting wind knifed across the concrete, carrying the metallic tang of rust and distant rain. The single sodium lamp overhead buzzed and flickered, throwing jaundiced pools of light that writhed over cracked tiles and elongated every shadow into something predatory. Fog slithered in from the rail yard, thick enough to swallow sound. Even the stray dogs' barks arrived muffled, as if the night itself were pressing a palm over their muzzles. Riya hugged her beige cotton kurta tighter, the fabric already damp from the mist. Her dark ponytail clung to the nape of her neck. The scarf around her throat felt suddenly constricting. She checked her phone. 11:47 p.m. Then the board. Train, delayed 120 minutes. The screen's glow carved hollows beneath her eyes. She slipped in earbuds, but the music felt tinny, distant, unable to drown the low electrical hum that seemed to rise from the rails themselves. A scrape, like a shoe sole dragging over grit, echoed from the platform's far end. Riya's head snapped up. There, 30 meters away beneath the last functioning bulb, stood the woman. A yellow salwar kameez, the color of old mustard, hung on her frame as though tailored for someone taller. The hem brushed her ankles with every breath of wind, yet the cloth never quite settled. Her hair, black, straight, waist-length, moved in slow, liquid waves despite the stillness of the air. But it was the smile that pinned Riya in place. Lips stretched too wide, corners sharp, teeth a perfect, unnatural row. The eyes above it were wide, glassy, reflecting the lamp like twin coins dropped in dark water. No blink, no warmth, just that fixed, rictus grin. Riya's pulse thudded in her ears. She told herself, another passenger, nothing more. Yet the woman began to walk. Not a glide, jerky marionette steps. Left foot, pause. Right foot, pause. Each impact sent a faint tremor through the platform, a vibration Riya felt in the soles of her sneakers. The fog curled away from the woman's path as if repelled. 10 meters closer. 5. The smile never wavered. The eyes never left Riya's face. Riya backed up until her heels struck the bench. The metal was ice cold through her jeans. She fumbled for words. Kekon hotum? But the syllables cracked, swallowed by the night. The woman tilted her head, an owl studying prey, and the smile stretched a fraction wider, revealing a sliver of pink gum that looked wetter than it should. Then, salvation. A distant, mournful whistle. Headlights stabbed through the mist. The train. Riya spun, lungs burning. The locomotive screeched in, brakes exhaling steam that smelled of hot iron and coal dust. She lunged aboard, collapsing into a window seat. The carriage lights were a sickly amber, flickering in rhythm with her heartbeat. Outside, the platform slid past, empty. Riya pressed her forehead to the cool glass, laughing at herself in shaky bursts. Imagination, exhaustion, nothing more. The train lurched forward. Darkness swallowed the station. But in the window's reflection, superimposed over racing telegraph poles, the smile reappeared, directly beside her. Same yellow cloth, same unblinking eyes. Riya jerked sideways. The seat was empty, vinyl cracked and smelling of old sweat. She clawed the emergency cord. Nothing happened. The carriage was deserted. Even the ticket collector's footsteps had vanished. Only the rhythmic clack-clack-clack of wheels on tracks, and beneath it, a new sound. A soft, wet exhaling, like someone breathing through a smile that refused to close. Riya stumbled into the vestibule between coaches, The connecting door rattled in its frame. Wind howled through the gap, carrying the scent of wet earth and something sweeter. Overripe marigolds left too long in a vase. She gripped the handrail, her knuckles blanched. In the polished metal of the door, another reflection. The woman standing immediately behind her, head tilted at an impossible angle, smile now so wide the corners of her mouth touched the lobes of her ears. The train braked hard. Riya spilled out at the next unmanned halt, boots skidding on loose gravel. Midnight air slapped her face. She sprinted across the tiny platform, past a rusted signboard half obscured by creeper vines, toward the parking lot where her scooter waited beneath a broken street lamp. The headlight flickered on with a cough of blue smoke. She threw her leg over, twisted the throttle. The engine snarled to life, headlamp carving a trembling tunnel through the fog. The road unspooled ahead, potholed, flanked by shuttered shops and skeletal trees. Each revolution of the wheels seemed to chant, "Faster, faster." Riya's scarf whipped behind her like a surrender flag. She risked a glance in the rearview mirror. Empty asphalt, glistening with mist. Relief lasted half a heartbeat. In the side mirror, a flash of yellow. The woman 20 meters back, matching the scooter's speed with those same stuttering steps. Impossible. Riya twisted the throttle until it screamed. 60 km/h. 70. The figure in the mirror grew no smaller. If anything, the smile sharpened, details emerging, skin the color of old parchment, a faint lattice of cracks at the corners of the mouth, as though the grin had been painted on and left to dry in the sun. A hairpin bend. Riya leaned hard, tires squealing. When she straightened, the mirror showed open road again. She almost laughed, then felt it. A pressure on the seat behind her, a depression in the vinyl as if an invisible weight had settled. The scooter dipped. Cold seeped through her jeans, blooming across her lower back like frost. She smelled marigolds again, cloying, funeral sweet. She whipped her head around. Nothing, but in the wing mirror, inches from her elbow, the face, lips parted now, revealing a tongue that lolled too far, too red. The eyes were no longer reflecting the lamp. They glowed from within, a sickly chartreuse. The woman raised one hand, fingers elongated, nails yellowed and split, and traced a slow circle on the air beside Riya's cheek. No contact, yet Riya felt the path of that finger as a line of ice across her skin. No! The scream tore from her throat as the scooter fishtailed. Front wheel clipped a loose brick. Time dilated. The world tilted. Asphalt rushed up. The headlight shattered in a spray of glass. Riya flew, arms pinwheeling, scarf unraveling like a white comet. She hit the ground hard, shoulder first, breath punched from her lungs. The scooter slid, sparks showering until it crumpled against a roadside milestone. Silence crashed in. Riya lay on her back, staring at a sky choked with low clouds, the color of spoiled milk. Pain radiated from her ribs, warm blood trickling from a split brow. Somewhere an owl called once and fell silent. She tried to move, fingers scrabbled in gravel. Then, above her, the crunch of deliberate footsteps. Slow, measured. The yellow hem of the salwar kameez brushed the edge of her vision. The woman crouched, knees cracking like dry branches. That smile filled the sky now, eclipsing the clouds. A single drop of something, saliva, tear, fell from the corner of the mouth and landed on Riya's cheek, burning cold. The last thing Riya saw was the woman leaning closer, breath smelling of earth and overripe fruit, whispering a sound that was not a word but the shape of a smile made audible. Dawn crept in sideways, pale and indifferent. A milkman on a bicycle found the wreckage. Scooter twisted like tinfoil, Riya's bag split open, its contents, lip balm, house keys, a half-eaten packet of Parley G, scattered across the dew. Her body was gone. Only the scarf remained, knotted around the milestone as if tied there by careful hands. And on the cracked rearview mirror, still dangling from the handlebar, someone had drawn a perfect smile in crimson lipstick that hadn't been in Riya's bag. Remember, when you're alone after midnight and the fog tastes of marigolds, do not return a stranger's smile. Some invitations once accepted can never be declined. 1.3's fast. Story from the shadows. brought to you by Tales from the Darkroom. If you enjoyed the darkness, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, be careful what shadows you step into.